A quick point about Back 4 Blood and the big issue that has potential to tank the game. Let me say up front that everything about the game itself looks very interesting.
Thrilling moment-to-moment gameplay, 4-player co-op with competitive PvP, a bigger fight with much bigger enemies, and extreme replayability. Before we start spending time on making sure that the game looks good, we have to make sure that we have a fun, core gameplay experience.
It looks very much like a worthy spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, and I am really anticipating it. But there's something that I'm really worried about, especially given the history that Turtle Rock Studios had with previous games. Turtle Rock Studios is probably most famous for developing Counter-Strike Source and then Left 4 Dead, the original one. And then of course Evolve, which was driven headfirst into a wall. And I fear something similar could happen with Back 4 Blood. The gameplay itself looks very good, nothing revolutionary, but decent. The issue is the monetization strategy of the publisher Warner Bros. How much will Back 4 Blood cost? The price will depend on the territory where the game is sold. In the United States, Back 4 Blood will be available in a standard edition for $59.99 on PC and $70 on consoles, a deluxe edition for €90 or dollars, and an ultimate edition for $100. What is so special about the deluxe edition and the ultimate edition? They come with a season pass included. They don't call it season pass, but it's a season pass. This means that shortly after launch, the community will be split into those with additional content and those without. This being a type of monetization strategy that most big developers have left behind because of the many problems it causes. $60 or $70 on consoles is already a high price for this type of game. Sure, it looks pretty, but the amount of content announced is limited. And it looks like you're not getting a lot of bang for your buck. The standard edition will come with the base game. The deluxe edition will give you 4 days of early access and the annual pass, 3 upcoming downloadable content drops with new story, playable characters, special mutated ridden, the new zombies, and more. And the ultimate edition for $100 will give you the same stuff as the deluxe edition, plus 4-character battle-hardened skin pack, and additional digital in-game items, a rare banner, emblem, spray, and title. That's not a lot of stuff for $100. And then in the following year, for the next season, or how they call it, annual pass, you're supposed to pay the next $30 for one story and a few new zombies? No thanks. Fracturing the community into 2 camps of Season Pass and non-Season Pass holders is not a smart move, especially if you're trying to establish a new franchise. And in the worst case, this could mean that the game is out of players within a few months. We've seen it before, this is a real possibility. Games without players will not be supported, will not get content, and will be shut down quickly. And the inclusion of a Season Pass leads me to suspect there will be another big issue. Custom content may not be very welcome. The game runs on Unreal Engine 4, which is an awesome engine to be modded. And a game like Back 4 Blood, just like Left 4 Dead before it, lends itself to community creations. Custom campaigns, custom skins, there's a lot, and this is something that makes this type of game very fun. The aspect of community contributions is a big selling point. And I worry that without community content, Back 4 Blood will die out. Because how awesome would it be to recreate old Left 4 Dead classics in Back 4 Blood? No Mercy Hospital with a modern facelift? Jesus, I would love that a lot. For what reason would Warner Bros. Be opposed to custom content? It is possible that they would like to be in control of new content, being sure that you will have to pay for new campaigns and not just simply download custom created ones. Let us quickly listen in to what the developers had to say.
We're going to be constantly making content and watching other people make content that we can share with each other. Gamers are going to be showing us things we didn't even know could happen.
We want the game to change over time, and so we're excited to release the game and then see what the community attaches to and what they get really excited about.
We want to keep adding to the game, working with the community to make the game better.
Because that's what keeps it thriving.
We're really looking at working on this for as many years as we possibly can.
This is the last frame they show of him here. He looks kinda doubtful, doesn't he? At a first glance, this sounds really nice. But actually, it doesn't sound like they're talking about things akin to Steam Workshop content, custom campaigns, custom skins, or anything akin to playable community content. Sounds more like tweets, artwork, or cool YouTube videos. Their words, paired with the images they show, people doing a podcast of some sorts, well, this leads me to believe that they are not talking about community content in regards to level design, custom models, skins, sounds, or any other kind of add-on you would like to create. I think if modding was intended, they would tell us. I haven't heard them use the words, and I think they are going to avoid this like the devil avoids holy water, but this starts to smell like a live service game. And the whole games as a service model is something that does not have the best interest of the customer in mind. Companies like EA get rightly criticized for this, and therefore Warner Bros. Should also not be exempt from that. If their monetization scheme ruins an awesome game by Turtle Rock Studios, that would be incredibly sad, because the game itself looks like something that would be incredibly fun to play. This is of course a very negative outlook into the future, but I am kind of past giving the benefit of the doubt to any big company. It has happened far too often that live service means planning out a game, planning out some content that will be pushed in the coming year, and then drop the game if the player numbers are not absolutely overwhelming. Yes, they say they want to support the game as long as possible. What is the time frame given in that as long as possible? Well, as long as Warner Bros. Sees this as profitable. And with the fractured player base, this might not be all too long. They already mentioned character skins and sprays, so there will be lots of microtransactions. You will have cards with which you can manipulate the game. These will probably be sold as well. There are probably random content drops, similar to loot boxes, but I'm pretty sure the in-game store will have plenty of those cards as well, right alongside character skins and weapons skins and maybe even infected skins. And yeah, there will be new zombies they will be pushing out, or how they call them here, the Ridden. I just fear that we will have a good game buried under a very, very bad monetization scheme, pushed onto it by a publisher who wants to maximize profits at all costs. And I'm sure they will make their money with this game. I just fear that they won't make enough money to support it for years to come. And then? Will we have dedicated servers? Can we set up our own servers once they drop it? Or will the game be dead? Will it have LAN support, by the way? Warner Bros. Likes their games as a service model, or live service model, or however they want to call it. They've made it clear that their upcoming games will feature this. You can imagine what I want to say. But nothing has been cast into concrete yet. There are still a few months to go until the release, so we will see what will happen. Maybe there will indeed be modding tools. Maybe they won't lock campaigns behind a paywall. I really hope for that, because otherwise I'm not seeing such a great future for Back 4 Blood. So I hope to be proven wrong. What do you think about this? I'm looking forward to reading your opinions in the comment section down below, and I'll be happy to personally respond. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give it a like, consider subscribing for future content, and maybe even support us on Patreon, as our supporters there got to see this video well in advance. Our generous supporters are Lone Wolf, Zat Gladys, Wrapped in Glass, Cookie, Harrison Steffens, Plasma, Brass Jazz, Ptolemaier, Rainbow Flash, Grizzlyware, Strange Module, and Mr. Enternator. And also a warm welcome to our newest supporter, Tim Ortloff. To them and everyone else, thanks for watching. So, hopefully see you guys next time. Until then, have a nice day, and as always, goodbye and guten Tag.